latest episode of Let Me Be Frank podcast. This is an audio rather than a video one, so Frank's sitting here bollock naked and you can't see us, but what a guest we've got. Absolutely thrilled. Rod Stewart's in town ahead of the Bruce game. Rod.
Where is he?
Fantastic.
How are you, Rod? I'm great. Well, we have to
rush it on, yes.
Let you know that we're in the Atlantic bar. It's a little bit noisy, and
yes.
But we're doing it. We're here.
We're here. We're going to do it, and then we're going to a game, and we're going to get a good one.
Yeah, aye.
And that's it.
So, is this a favourite haunt of yours? You used to go to the place in Paisley, didn't you?
No, you used to go.
In Love Street, the Wee Barrel, that brings back. It's all gone now.
You went to the Regano as well. You used to go to the Regano.
We used to go there too, but the Wee Barrel, way back when my dad was alive, my brothers were alive, we'd go there before every England-Scotland match, or the international up at Hampden.
Yeah,
great memories.
Brilliant.
So big celebrations this week because it's your boy's birthday today. And the Glastonbury announcement is the whole world talking. How are you feeling about that?
It's tremendous. It really is. But Glastonbury is one thing, Glasgow tonight.
Glasgow tonight. So how old's your boy?
Oh, I know. I kept making huge mistakes. He was 17 this morning.
Yeah.
Right. Then I said, he's 18 on TalkSport. And then he was listening to me. He said, Dad, who are you saying you're 18? I'm 19. So he's 19.
Brilliant.
Yeah, he's one lion of a guy.
Yeah.
So you and Frank go back a fair way?
Well, I was saying that the first time I seen Rob was at Ibrox Baby Jane tour, and it was so funny because I'm in the stand. I didn't know you at that time. And Maurice Johnson walked in. But behind him was Alan Hansen and Kenny Dalglish. They were coming in.
Yeah.
And Mo thought the crowd erupted because of him. And he's waving. Right? He didn't realise Kenny and that was behind him.
Oh, bless him.
I have never laughed so much. I've never let him live it down.
Oh, those were the days.
Yeah, those were the days.
People still rub it in. I played Ibrox twice, but it's different. It's different those days, It's.
I'm not sure you were playing now right enough because,
I would if I was asked.
The roof might cave in though.
Yeah, that's true.
It's leaking anyway.
Tell you, we need Rangers.
Of course
we need them to be strong.
Mm-hmm.
Give us some good games. Yeah. We need them. We don't want them to fade.
Rod, I've always said that we need them, and we need them to be second.
Absolutely.
And we need them to be runners up in the cup. That'll do me.
Yeah, we need a strong Aberdeen.
Yeah, of course.
We got to play them next Wednesday and away, and I think Celtic will beat them. But if we don't, it's all on.
Yeah,
you're going to Pittodrie, I think I heard you
say.
Yeah,
I am.
Do you get to a lot of the away games now? That's pretty much your kind of full-time gig watching Celtic?
Yeah, it is. Well, it's not my full-time thing. I've got 8 kids, I've got a career and a model railroad to build. But it does take up a lot of my time, and I love it.
And you're tarring the road as well because of your cars. You're out tarring the road at one point, weren't you?
When you worked on the roads, you filled potholes too.
Yes, I used to do that. Yeah, that's why I was delighted with that. I'm saying, he's doing it himself.
Well, it is a point. I'm very lucky.
Yeah,
I've had a great career, and I always owe it to the fans because they're the ones that bought the tickets and the albums. I'm fortunate enough to own 3 Ferraris and 2 Lamborghinis. I can't take them out, especially all at once.
They just get wrecked with the roads.
They do. It's and it's not just where I live around Essex. It's a great deal of England as the worst, and up here too. I take it. Yeah,
terrible, absolutely terrible. Yeah.
Can I take you right back to when you fell in love with Celtic back in the 70s?
Yep, remember it well.
And I remember being a wee boy standing in the jungle and everybody was singing "We Are Sailing." Do you have any recollection of the Celtic support singing "Sailing" back in the 70s?
I don't recall it. I'll tell you what, I do remember when I suddenly became a Celtic supporter. We were up here with the Faces in 1973, and Dalglish and Wee Jinky and Harry Hoods, I think, and a couple of others knocked on our door and said, Rod, you want to come? Because they'd been to see the show the night before. They said, you want to come to training? I said, let me wake Ronnie Wood up. I couldn't get him up, so I went down and met Jock Stein.
Yeah.
And that,
wonderful.
in my mind, was like meeting the Almighty.
Yeah.
Because he spoke a few words about Celtic football and made it sound like poetry and drama.
Yeah.
And then he looked down at my fucking shoes and burst out laughing. I had a pair of summer sandals on. It was midwinter. And ever since then, I've been Celtic man. And then, of course, when Strachan took over. Martin O'Neill
Yeah.
was a good friend, but when Strachan took over, it was I think 2004.
Yeah,
was it?
2004.
It was deep
Yeah.
for me.
You got the seat for life round about then as well, did you?
Oh, so amazing.
I know, but you
You
were
know,
in
it's-
beside Billy Connolly, wasn't it? You were in.
Yeah,
and
Billy,
Billy
but
was-
there's only 4 there.
yeah,
One is me and my 2 boys and Connolly.
brilliant.
What an honour,
I know.
you know.
I came to see you last when I was in the stand the last time you were sitting there. It was
Yeah.
great. You had to shoot off. You were going to Bruges, actually. You
Yeah,
were playing that night.
yeah.
You were playing
I-
in Bruges that night. You said,
That's the
got
only
to shoot
thing
off.
I have to leave early.
Yeah, 10
to
minutes.
get to the airport, to get
Brilliant.
out the ground. And,
Not bad, is it?
but I'd rather see
Of course.
70 minutes live of Celtic than not.
Yeah.
Is it
I wonder-
surprised you how they're doing this season in Europe? They seem to be.
It's after the 7-1 game.
Aye, completely. Aye, whether Brendan's kind of decided, do you know what? Maybe we will just
Defend a wee bit.
not be too
Not-
gung ho.
Yeah, yeah. It surprised me. But also, you've got to remember when we played, when we beat Barcelona, and Manchester United and AC Milan, remember all those games?
Yeah.
We were always hanging on,
Yeah.
just hanging on
Yeah.
for a victory. Against Leipzig, we murdered them. We were still attacking them
Yeah.
at the end of the game.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I want to see tonight.
Yeah, of course.
That Barcelona game. What did
I'll cry my eyes out.
Yeah, but Charlie McGrew told us when he was on that Celtic had 11% possession that night.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it was just a case of just get the ball at the park. you know, get the
Absolutely.
ball at the park.
And Neil said that before the game, he said, stand them up in the box. All come in with white shorts. You know, don't go to ground with Barcelona because they'll do you every
That's
time in
just
the
about,
penalty area.
Yeah.
Wonderful times. That's
I
what
know.
happens tonight.
But the likes of get you right. Celtic played them off the park.
Yeah,
I know,
Absolutely
yeah.
blew them away. You know,
Yeah.
so we're here in the Atlantic bar ahead of the
Yeah.
Bruges game. So
And it's
obviously-
noisy.
It's very
and it's a bit
noisy, yeah.
noisy. There's a lot going on in the background. Obviously, by the time this goes out, it'll be tomorrow, so we don't know what the result is at this stage. What was your prediction anyway, Rod?
I think we'll win 2-0.
I think.
But I wouldn't be surprised if we lose 3-0. You know, Celtic. It's like the Scottish national
That's it.
team. Every time
Yes.
we get going, we have a setback. But I just feel, as I said earlier, we were so dominant against Leipzig. We can
what's
do it
this?
again. Hello, these boys are drinking.
I know.
Fantastic.
That's-
This is
I
just-
think that must be yours.
treated
Do you
to
know
something
what? Do
very
you
nice.
remember we went out for some eating in Los Angeles with Soonest and all that in the
Yeah,
World Cup?
yeah, we went-
And you gave me, me and Charlie Knight, he gave us these Rod Specials, he called them. I can't remember going back to the hotel.
Yeah,
and I
that's-
thought I could drink. I woke up in Eamon Bannon's room or something, and I'm thinking, what the fuck did
Bannon,
that?
what's happened to
He's
him?
I think I went in there so he'd talk to me and I'd fell asleep. It's the only reason I could think of going into his room. But,
Good old days.
Good old
Good
days,
old
wasn't
days,
it?
yeah.
Apparently, me and Charlie were in your limousines. Out the sunroof.
Was
in the
Charlie
sunroof.
on the car phone to his mum back in
Yes,
Postle
it
or
was-
something like that?
Yeah,
Aye.
I know, brilliant.
Rod,
What is this anyway? Sorry.
Yeah, Rod just someone's just
Had
handed us
his-
a very nice looking.
Wolfie's whiskey.
Oh, is this a
Oh, is this
Wolfie's?
a
I was
whiskey?
going to
Wolfie's.
ask you about that. How's it
Yeah.
going then?
It's
Yeah.
going
There it is.
wonderfully well.
Oh, fantastic.
This is a Wolfie's, what's it called? A Rockstar Martini. Please try it.
Right, okay, I'm going to try it right now.
Oh, it's lovely.
Isn't it
Oh, that's
lovely?
nice. I don't drink whiskey either, but that's nice.
Wow, that's fantastic. That's all right. Well, listen, folks, Wolfie's Whiskey, Christmas is fair, just round
And
the
it-
corner.
and it looks
We'll
lovely
get
as
some
well.
bought.
As you can hear, it's just round the corner.
Yeah, yeah.
People are celebrating.
Yeah, lovely.
Rod, you're looking absolutely tremendous.
I know you are.
You really
I know,
are.
sir.
And you've got a 100-metre track, an athletics track. At home
Yeah,
down
it's a proper. It's had it all put in specially, so I can
Wonderful.
do it in 19. I'm trying to get it down to 18, but I don't think I'll be able to.
Yeah,
But it's
listen,
you know,
never say
running
never.
100 meters is you learn a lot along the way.
Yeah.
And how to, I can't get out the blocks, can't use the blocks. I fall straight on my face.
Right.
But I use the spikes,
Yeah.
and it really improves your running.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is there's so many little things you have to
know.
learn to get that 1 second off.
Right,
know.
okay.
But
You do
I enjoy it.
I think you'll do it. You're fit enough on the stage when I come and see you.
Yeah,
You're great
yeah.
on stage.
Well, you've got to be.
You've
said-
got to be, yeah.
You said the other day you were maybe going to be slowing down as far as the large scale tours are concerned, but then,
Yeah.
then you gave a wee hint at the end, but
Yeah.
maybe not.
Maybe
You're still
not.
kind of humming
Yeah,
and hawing.
I don't want to be away from the family
Yeah.
No.
and, you know, my model railroad for 2 months at a time. I can't do that anymore.
What is this? What is it? The swing music. I love it. I love that. Why did you fall in love with that?
It's swing music is a natural progression from rock and roll.
Yeah.
The rock and roll came out of swing music.
Right.
Jules Holland has the best swing band in town.
Of course.
So we recorded a lot of songs from the 40s and 50s.
So you enjoyed doing that,
it was a number one album.
You know, because I met the best of the lot. I met Sinatra when I was in London.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, wow.
What
Shook
did he
his
say?
hand. No, I just didn't have a clue who it was, but the agent introduced us. This is soccer player was telling me, he's like, how you doing?
Yeah,
I went to see him in London. It was Liza Minnelli, Sammy Davis Jr., and Frank Sinatra.
All the big
The
guys.
ultimate tour, it was called, just before he died.
His daughter, Tina, is two of my children's godmother.
Oh, my God,
So when I met him, he said he gave me a great tip. He said, Rod, if you want to, continue your career, do lots of underwater swimming. Lots of it, holding your breath one end to the other, because this will improve your lung capacity and make you a better singer. And I still do it to this day. Swimming a length
imagine getting tips off
20
that man.
metres
It's great,
underwater.
That's great getting tips off that man. He's a wonderful guy.
So Glastonbury, you'll be the first person to headline and do the Legends slot. That must feel pretty special.
Oh, it does. It really does. It's, I'll be 80 just next year. So what a wonderful way to, I don't know what, but it's wonderful. Yeah. Because I've got 80 odd shows next year.
Oh, wow.
So, 5 with Billy Joel, where we played to 60,000 people every night. Billy Joel, lovely.
Yeah.
Do you like him?
Oh, I love him.
He's so sweet.
Myself and my wife saw him in Madison Square Garden. What year was that? 2014, and Jamie Cullum support them. What a trip that was!
Yeah, he is. He's
good boy.
Totally the opposite to me. He doesn't get up and jump about and sod about. He just sits and plays the piano, talks to you. I have a feeling that he is. I might be speaking out of turn. More popular than Bruce Springsteen and more loved than Bruce Springsteen in America.
In America,
having done 2 shows with him. Yeah.
Wow.
Two of them are in their own right. Two of them are brilliant as well.
Of course they are.
But Springsteen's, he's still doing like kind of 4-hour shows, isn't he?
Yeah,
when you get there at 6:30.
I remember
he fell
seeing
off
him
the stage the other night. Did you see him?
I've seen him. I've seen it on social media.
Bruce, Rod's never done that.
Yeah. You can't get away with that now, can you? You used to fall and get away with it. You can't do it now. Everyone's got a camera out and it's great, I know, but I've seen him a few times as well as you.
You know what my dad said? He was a Scotsman from Leith.
Yeah, and a hippie as well.
And a hippie.
Yeah.
And he said, and he actually saw the Wembley Wizards. That's another story. But he said, son, keep your legs strong. They are what get you through life.
Yeah.
Your legs. Yeah. So for all you listeners, that's a fairly useless piece of
Absolutely.
information from my father.
I saw you, you posted a picture on Instagram, I think, the other day, and it was your gym, which was full of Celtic memorabilia.
Incredible.
And all the gym gear as well.
Yeah.
Though. Does that kind of spur you on to do?
Yeah, it does.
You work out and see the hoops up in the wall?
3 times a week. I work out.
Do you do
Seriously.
that? Yeah. I've got a gym in where I live. There's a big complex and there's a gym, and I put a bag on it, but I can't be bothered getting in now. I do it sometimes. I've just lost a bit of weight, so I'm going to go back in.
You've got to be dedicated to it. I tell you what.
Once I get back in,
Frank,
you know what it's like, Rod. You get back in.
I don't know about you, but if I don't work out
I know.
for 10 days, 11 days, I start going down.
Yeah.
Not depressed.
No.
Just something's wrong here, something's wrong. And it's because I haven't worked out. Because
Yeah.
when you work out, the endorphins, you feel great.
Exactly that.
Of course.
That.
It's a good way to live your life. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it keeps
I
you
was
fit.
trying to avoid this.
Cheers.
It's going to be a long day. Cheers, guys.
And
Wolfie's whiskey.
Wolfie's whiskey. So you know where, and you can get it anywhere and everywhere, I presume. Is it available
all over the world now? Yeah.
Wow.
America next year.
Wow, is that amazing? So what is it? What is it? Is it
It's a whiskey.
I know it's a whiskey.
It's lovely,
I know
neat
it's a
as
whiskey.
well. It's not one of those where you go, oh.
I know. The only one I've ever liked is, apart from this now, because that's lovely, Glenmorangie. I like Glenmorangie.
Glenmorangie.
Yeah,
I've
I've never heard of him.
No,
In Glasgow.
Never heard of him.
In Glasgow, it's Glenmorangie.
No, you don't call Glenmorangie. Boys in Tane will kill you for that.
So I don't know if you know this. I'm a keeper of the Quake.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a whiskey event every year where all the big whiskey owners and people that love whiskey gather.
Yeah.
In a castle in Scotland, where it was called Beautiful Castle, and it's the most Scottish thing I've ever been to in my life.
Is that right?
It was the most Scottish event I've ever been to.
So very quickly, so in my other life, I'm a humanist celebrant, so I do weddings and funerals and so on, but the quake
You'd have
ceremony...
done well with us.
Exactly. The quake ceremony at the end of a wedding these days is becoming very, very popular.
Is it?
So
What is it?
I've been encouraging a lot of brides and grooms to have Wolfie's whiskey in their quake.
Oh, bless you, mate.
But it's
Bless you.
symbolic of them having their first drink together as a married
Yeah,
couple, so that's
yeah.
a big symbolic gesture as far as weddings
Good way to
goes.
start off.
Good way to start off, yeah.
Exactly. Before we keep going, just a reminder to everybody, Let Me Be Frank podcast, hit the subscribe button.
Yeah.
Follow us on YouTube,
nothing.
Instagram, and it's free to subscribe.
All free.
And we're bringing you like the Rolls Royce of guests. We're giving you...
I don't know where we go from here right off.
How do we go higher than Rod Stewart? We can't really.
Yeah, I know.
We peaked too soon.
I've peaked too
I
soon,
think you've
yeah.
said that a few times.
I've said that every time. Every time. I've had some good
Rod-
guests on, but
Rod,
you're
tell you
a
what.
man.
You can maybe convince Ali McCoy to answer his phone and come on
He's
at
a
some point.
nightmare.
Yeah, he's.
Have you ever tried to phone him?
He has got a bad reputation of not returning phone calls. Ala Brazil gave him my number this morning, and as of yet, he hasn't called me.
But you know
Mind
what?
the gap.
I phoned him, and I need to get a hold of him. And 3 weeks later, I was playing football with him. He says, I meant to phone you back. I says, it was 3 weeks ago. He went, I thought it was yesterday.
Oh my God!
He just does it.
Well, he's a busy man. But so am
I think he's
It's respect.
Of course
it's
it is.
manners.
Yeah.
If someone calls me,
I think he's got problems in the
I'll
house.
return your calls,
Exactly.
don't I?
Yeah,
All
of course
the
you
time.
do. All the
You're a
time.
gentleman. We
Yeah.
knew Rod
knew.
would turn up.
Yeah.
Rod
Yeah.
would turn up.
I knew he would go to the hotel first, didn't you? So I knew that.
Fantastic.
I'm
It's
enjoying
fantastic.
this.
It's
Yeah,
100%.
it's so
good fun.
So, this Celtic team at the moment, where do you think it rates compared to some of the great Celtic teams you've seen over your
Oh.
Probably since the when we lost the
Seville.
Europa in Seville.
Yeah.
And I
That
think
was a
this
good
is
team.
just a bit more well balanced. I mean, maybe you should ask me that question at 9:30 tonight.
I like
It's
Hitachi's.
so, I'll tell you,
Hitachi
you know,
and Kyogo just...
Kyogo closing down the goalkeepers.
I know.
They all know he's doing it now.
Yeah, I know.
But,
I
you
know.
know, when he first started doing that, whoa, what's happening
See if
here?
Maeda could lift his head sometimes and pass
know,
where he
but
tries to
do you know-
pass.
Yeah, his
he'd be
crosses are
world
not
beat-
great.
Do you not
he'd be-
think though
he'd be world
that
beater.
Maeda brings so much? If he had a final ball, then he wouldn't be playing in Scotland.
No, well,
know?
you would.
Yeah,
you
good
would,
chance.
Yeah, good chance.
Yeah.
You go,
Yeah.
but it's great. I think we've got a great team. Middle
Yeah.
to front, and now we've got. I mean, no disrespect to Scalesy, but he's been doing brilliant. But the boy
Yeah.
Trusty's a step above.
Yeah,
He is a step above.
with all due respect to Scales,
Aye,
when
well, of
those
course.
two,
But Trusty and
no,
Scales.
no,
played-
Carter
what's
Vickers.
his name?
Carter Vickers.
Trusty and Carter Vickers
Yeah.
were put together.
Yeah.
Ah,
I said to Peter Lowell, I said, Peter, this is what I would have.
Yeah.
These two together.
If
And
they can keep-
Peter said, no way, it's not fair on Scales, you know.
Yeah.
But I was right, Peter.
You were right. You were right.
Yeah.
Do you know what? They're a step above. They
Yeah.
are. And if you can keep him fit for all the important, all the big games, no disrespect to Liam because he's been brilliant.
He's
But
been brilliant,
Scotland, bring him in any game in Scotland, but in
Yeah.
European ties, when you're stepping up, they two are different class.
Trusty looks so
Yeah, no,
confident.
He does.
He's playing the left as well
Yeah.
because he's a left sider,
Yeah.
so it's good.
Something I meant to ask you too. That am I right in saying that your missus is now a cop?
She's always been a cop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even
she's
as
always
he-
been a cop.
even-
She's
been a
not
while
full
now, isn't it?
time
Yeah, but-
copper. She's she works 1 day a week, but she can arrest people. She
Yeah.
can stop people. She is a proper cop.
Yeah.
She's what they call a special.
So she keeps you on your toes then.
Yeah, and
We always knew she was special anyway, didn't she? Wasn't she?
Oh, very good.
She
she
was
doesn't
always
bring her
special.
handcuffs home though. Anyway, no, cut that bit out.
Yeah, I've been there. Not be yours, Mister, but you know what I mean.
Aye, sorry, you didn't need to explain that. We got that, Frank. We got that. Oh, this is actually we're kind of you're not pinching yourself. You
I
mix
know.
with superstars all the time. I don't. So I'm sitting here a wee bit kind of starstruck.
I
with the company of
remember
company of
the
great
time.
man.
I remember that time when I was telling you about over in Los Angeles. The biggest mistake I ever made was Rod was had his back against the wall,
Aye.
and he was sitting beside Charlie and Ruffy, and Ruffy was there and Soonest, and I'm sitting facing you, and the amount of beautiful women that come into that place just to get a look at him, and I was like The Exorcist because I seen Ruffy's face. You know what Ruffy's like. I seen his face and I was like The Exorcist. My neck was sore.
Turning around like that.
I couldn't
I'm
turn
not so
around.
sure they were. You were a good
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
lad,
yeah,
mate.
yeah.
You still are.
He's a
Trust
wee
me, it
bit.
wasn't
He's a bit
me.
bashful, isn't he?
Frank,
Yeah.
let me ask you, what's Ruffy doing nowadays?
He's not doing that. He's not doing much. He does a podcast for
Does
Peter,
he?
Peter Martin. He does well.
Sweet fella.
Yeah, he's
Sweet
lovely, isn't
fella.
He told it. He
He's
told
lovely.
a story in our podcast a few weeks ago that went absolutely viral. It was so funny. I'll tell it very quickly.
Yeah, go on.
So it's just after Argentina, right? And he's walking along Buchanan Street, and there's a guy in a doorway with a sort of begging bowl, and he's blind. So Ruffy goes over and puts some money in the guy's bowl, and the guy says thanks, and he says, "No, well, I'm just happy to help." And the guy says, "Hang on, I recognise your voice. You're Alan Ruff, aren't you?" And he says, "I'm." So he chatted away for a minute or two, and then Ruffy eventually says, "Listen, I need to go. I've got some shopping to do." And the boy says, "Ruffy, do you know you and me have got something in common?" He says, "What could that be?" He says, "I never saw the 3 Peru goals either."
my God.
But the way he tells that story,
I know,
the way he
that
tells
he
that
doesn't
story
care.
is so
That is
good.
absolutely
I know.
wonderful.
He's got a lovely. He's got a lovely manner.
Ruffy-
about
Ruffy
it.
he
He's
has.
storyteller.
Do you know what,
He
Rod? He
takes it all in his stride,
I
doesn't
know, he could read the menu
he? Sending
and
you
still be
lots
funny.
of love, Alan.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
man,
he's
lots
a
of
good-
love.
He was on. He came on the podcast. It was brilliant.
Was
he
he?
came on. He was great. Lenny was on, and other boys. John Hartson. Had them a few on.
Scott Brown's probably got the biggest numbers so
Aye.
far. But
Not now.
I think we're about to eclipse.
We're about to eclipse that.
we're
Yeah,
about
we're
to
It's not about
eclipse
that. It's
That's
about
it. Scott was great.
letting people know how you feel about Celtic,
Yeah,
Scotland,
of course
the
it is.
game,
Yeah.
Of course it is.
my
Of course it is.
career, and
Yeah.
everything.
No.
And we've also got a big following among West Ham fans, as I'm
Yeah.
sure you can imagine with
Yeah.
Frank.
I was
Have
down
you got? Obviously Man United's your team down south, isn't it?
No, I haven't got a team down south, but if it was, I used to support Manchester United in the old
Yeah.
days, way back in the 60s when
yeah.
they had about five
yeah.
Scottish players
Yeah,
playing
of
for
course.
them. And
Yeah.
Tommy Docherty was the manager. But West Ham have always treated me really well. Every time I've gone
like
over
that.
there in the bowling ground,
Bowling,
right? Yeah,
brilliant.
they've always looked after
I
me.
know.
So if anybody,
So have you
West
been to a
Ham,
new stadium? Have you been to a new stadium? It's,
haven't been there yet. Yeah,
It's
good
great.
result last night, didn't
I
they?
was
Well, I was there. I
Whoa,
was
were
there. I
you?
went down Monday.
Blimey.
Down Monday night.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm still suffering.
The Newcastle result.
Yeah, didn't expect
good.
that. Nobody
That wasn't
expected
supposed
that.
to happen,
no,
was it?
No, nobody seen it
Go on,
coming.
Hammers.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
on,
exactly.
Hammers. That was great.
Aye.
Paolo Di
he's bad.
Canio.
Well, there's a big
fantastic.
there's a massive because there's a few players played for West Ham and and Celtic, so it's been great.
Yeah.
Canio,
Aye.
I love him. But
Who the others then?
Carlton
West-
Cole came up righty.
Oh, that's
righty
right.
played
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
There's a few. John Hartson.
Big John.
yeah.
John Hartson played.
Isle Berkovic.
Berkovic,
Berkovic.
yeah, kicked in the face. Yeah, it was the best volley John's ever done.
I don't know if you knew that. Did you know that story about John Hartson and Berkovic in the training ground at West Ham? They had a wee set to.
Yeah,
Aye.
and it was the first time the cameras were at the training ground as well.
With Beckham.
No, John Hartson and Isle Berkovic. Remember Isle
Oh,
Berkovic?
yeah. I heard about that one. I thought
yeah,
you said
brilliant.
Beckham. Jesus.
No,
Oh, no.
Well, Beckham was supposed to be at West Ham. They said no, they didn't want him.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Turns out. They say that about Kenny as well. Do you know that?
Kenny. Yeah.
Ken, West Ham says no, don't. You're not good enough.
So funny seeing
I know.
his daughter on Sky Sports.
Yes,
Right.
I know.
I held her in my like that
Brilliant.
after a game at Hampden Park where Scotland beat England. I think it was 2-1. I don't know.
76.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
76.
Some
That was- that
seen him
was
tomorrow. Seen him tomorrow. He's up here. I'm seeing him tomorrow, Kenny.
Is he?
He's at John Hartson's lunch. He's speaking at it, doing a Q&A. So
I'll give him all my regards.
I will do. I'll say that. Yeah.
Get him on the podcast as well.
Oh God, no. I'll speak to him. We'll get him next week.
So
I'm
what-
trying to clip his one first.
Well, this is just I'm sitting here kind
I know,
of pinching myself.
I know.
as I say. So you'll be heading off to the games shortly, and then so are you taking your boy for his birthday dinner?
He's had a birthday lunch upstairs, and I think Celtic FC have laid on something rather special. I'm not sure what it is.
Well, he's not coming on as a sub, is he?
He'd give his right arm to do
I
that,
know.
and so would I.
Can you imagine?
But we're staying up here tonight. So he brought 5 Italian boys with him. He's got great mates in Italy, right?
Right, okay.
And he said, "I'm going to take you on my birthday. Take you up to Celtic Park, so you know what a real crowd sounds like."
Oh,
So they're
brilliant.
all here. So they're.
So the
You've
Italians
got
are
to come
gonna
up
film.
and meet him in a minute.
So
Okay?
Yeah,
what's-
we're going.
what's
I'm
the-
out anyway. I'm going to game with you, so it doesn't matter.
Do you want to lift?
Yeah, I'm going with you. That's me.
You
I'm
come with
coming.
us, yeah.
come with us.
What were you going to say, sir?
Yeah, sorry, it was about your own football career. And obviously, you had a trial with Brentford as a young guy.
Yeah.
What position did you play?
Those days I was like midfield, where it was just the 3 of us.
Yeah.
Centre half, right half. Then I went as time progressed, I went back to right back, and that's where I was good.
I played a couple of times with you. Soccer
We played
sixes,
together, haven't we?
soccer sixes.
Soccer six, yeah.
with Mark Abraham.
Yeah.
Soccer sixes, celebrity soccer sixes.
Soccer
It was good fun.
six.
Yeah. Do you still kick a ball at all?
Can't my right foot anymore
Nah.
because I've had a knee replacement.
Oh,
So, but I miss it so much.
I know.
The camaraderie and all down the pub afterwards, trying to
brilliant.
convince each other we're great, you know,
I know.
all the team, you know.
we've done that with one of your football teams. Me and Ray Winston came down. We played. And we all went to the pub at Essex,
in,
Epping. We all went back to Epping for the pub.
that was they're
That
called
was
the
a night-
Vagabonds.
that was a night and a half,
The
that was.
Vagabonds, yeah.
That was a night.
Did you
and a
play
half.
on my pitch?
Yeah, I
In
did.
Epping?
No, Hackney home. No,
Shit,
no.
but my pitch in Epping, when I used to live
Better
there,
than Rano.
was the size of Wembley, and it was as flat and good as Wembley.
Oh, fantastic.
Gordon Strachan couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
So I had Celtic down there twice, Liverpool down there twice, Newcastle down there, all pre-season training. Can you imagine having the team I love come down and train on my
Opening the
pitch?
curtains in the morning, and they're there.
Yeah.
In your own back garden?
My own back garden, Strachan used to
superb.
bring them down.
Oh,
It's just unbelievable. And I was so shy.
yeah.
Penny said, go down and meet them.
No,
And I saw
brilliant.
Bobo Baldy get out the coach. I went, no, I don't think so. Because it's amazing. They're my
know.
heroes, and I'm
Yeah.
like 30 years older than them.
Oh, fantastic.
They were wonderful.
But
I
so
love Gordon.
Did you ever go to the centenary season? Were you ever there in the centenary season?
Where was it? When?
Celtic.
This is Frank's way of asking, were you there in his
88.
finest hour in the Centenary Cup final,
88.
1988?
88. It was the centenary for
Nah, I
Celtic,
wasn't there
wasn't
for
it?
that one. I remember that one, though.
It was
Yeah.
we had a good team. We had a good team. Big Roy. I'm going to see Roy in that tonight. They're going to be there.
Roy Aitken,
Yeah,
he's my old mate. I
I
love
know.
Roy.
He's out this afternoon with Mark McGee and Joe Miller.
Have they all been
So-
there tonight?
Yeah, they're all going tonight.
Oh, it's going to be great.
It's going to be good. It'll be good
I've got,
fun.
I've got a good feeling about tonight. I think we're
I
gonna-
think so as well. I think if we win tonight and we win against young boys,
Young boys, aye.
that's enough. That'll be enough for us to
And
get
then,
a
I'd
decent.
love to turn Aston Villa over, though.
Do you
I'm
get
going-
to
I'm
any
going
away
to the
games
game.
in
I'm
Europe
going to the
as well?
game.
Do you go to any away games in Europe?
Yeah. My boy does better than me.
Yeah.
He's great. He'll go. He don't need a private jet with his dad.
He just
Books
goes
his
among the
ticket,
troops?
Yeah, and just goes.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Bless him.
We're heading off to Zagreb. Frank's helping me
I
sort
know. I would
sort
rather.
a ticket.
Sorry, I would rather. If you were my dad, I'd rather take a private jet.
Cheers, lads.
Cheers,
Listen,
Rod.
I want you to
Thank
come up
you.
and meet my boy.
Yes, we're
listen,
coming up now.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
buddy.
That
Good
was
Lord be with
absolutely
you.
brilliant. And
Thanks, pal.
take the time
Anytime.
to come on the podcast.
Okay.
Let me be frank. Rod Stewart, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
So,
We'll get your wee
If you
pal
can
on.
make
John-
head nor tails of it.
oh,
we'll get
listen,
your
we'll
wee
make it.
pal Johnny Mack on next time.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
get him on.
So, right, folks, we'll
Wrap
see you
up
again
here.
next time.
And Merry Christmas to everybody.
there you go.
Fantastic. All the best.
Doesn't get
Cheers,
much better
folks.
than
I'll
that.
see you
Thank
upstairs.
you.